Hi, welcome and welcome back. I hope you're doing well. I thought today it would be fun to do a garden tour vlog and kind of chat a little bit. It's the holidays. I hope that you're staying safe and healthy and that you're enjoying your holiday season and that you're either low or no contact with the narcissist in your life and that you are sidestepping any Hoover attempts. If you're new here, my name's Lesley. I'm a Master Certified Health Coach, Certified Trauma Support Specialist, and narcissistic abuse survivor. And I thought it would be cool to take you on a little tour of my garden areas and give you some ideas, maybe some encouragement, inspiration on how to add more nutrients to your life and that will help you to function better. Mind, body, spirit, etc. Here is the first area. This is my yin yang garden area, and this was custom made for me. And basically what I like to do is I like to do purples and reds up top and then do greens at the bottom, or I'll flip it. But anyway, just in kind of keeping with the idea of a yin yang symbol. Anyway, typically in this area, I'll put herbs, like you'll see over here, the cilantro, there's some parsley, and there's some dill, and that's pretty normal. I'll put herbs and then add lettuces, and then up top, because it can be tricky to find things that are specifically purple or red, that I like, that are in season, etc. So I'll do like red lettuces, like you see this one right here is about to bolt. And then I've got some mustard greens, which are gorgeous and have like red leaves that are very hearty, and it's got kind of a bitter taste to it. It's got kind of a bite to it, or spicy taste rather. And then there's some other red lettuces that are mixed in as well. So on the lower part, in addition to the herbs that I mentioned, the cilantro, parsley, and the dill, I also have there's some kind of curly kale, and then there's some lettuces and lettuce mixes. This one's about to bolt here. It's already starting to bolt. And then there's some arugula over here, which is always nice, has a nice bite to it, some spice to it, and can add some depth and dimension to a salad. And then there's a little bit of spinach right there. My husband picked the vegetables this year with a list that I gave him, and so some things that I asked for were not available, or there were limited quantities. So this is the yin yang garden here, and it's great to be able to just come out here, grab some greens, grab some herbs, and create a nice varied salad, and very healthy. There are a lot of antioxidants in here with the herbs and the greens, and there are a lot of vitamins like A, K, and C. These things are good for brain health, they're good for heart health, they're good for your eyes. These are also things that you could possibly blend into a smoothie or a juice. And you can also obviously mix them into a salad and get a variety of nutrients, a variety of colors in that. You can also saute, like say in the case of the greens and the kale, for just something a little different. You can also obviously add them to sandwiches or other things. And the great part about, say, greens like this is that they're kind of like a free food. Like, you can eat more, and it's actually really good for you. It's good for your gut health. It's good for your brain health. I did a video before on how to nourish your gut in order to build trust, loaded with antioxidants. Everything back here has lots of antioxidants, which is also good to keep your brain from getting rusty. There's lots of fiber in these foods, so that you can really improve your digestion that way. And they're kind of a slower way to get carbs that aren't gonna like spike your blood sugar and give you like this rush. If you're able to, it's better to get these things organic, pesticide free, just so that you're not putting any toxins into your body. That's the yin yang. and we will move on to another mound and some raised beds. Okay? Here we are at my raised beds, and this was the original raised bed, and then I had another one created that is identical because I love it so much, and because during the pandemic I wanted more growing space. So these are my raised beds, and this season they are loaded with root vegetables such as carrots and beets. They also have a lot of cruciferous vegetables. There are heads of cabbage, there is broccoli in here, we've got bok choy, we've got kale, we've got cauliflower as well. I'm not doing this in order, but you get the idea. So that's mainly what I put in these beds, and we eat a lot of cruciferous vegetables, and the leaves are really great too, so I wanted to make sure that we had plenty for the season. And everything's looking really good, but the broccoli and the cauliflower have not crowned yet, so that's probably going to be sometime in January. So this is the lavender rosemary mound, and I am so happy to have it, and I love it. I love it. I have used the rosemary in cooking, and also this year I used sprigs of the rosemary. I laid them on top of cloth napkins as part of my table setting for Christmas breakfast, and it really made for a pretty addition to the table and a way to bring the outdoors in. So I'll just bring you close up so you can see this. There's some flowers there in the midst of this huge rosemary bush. And then look at this. I had to replace some of the lavender, and my landscape company brought me this gorgeous lavender. I love it. I believe this is Spanish lavender. I usually go for French, but I love the flowers on these. Look at that. Look at how pretty those are. Isn't that beautiful? And they smell so good too. But again, I'm gonna actually use some sprigs of the lavender as part of my table setting for New Year's Eve. We're having a casual dinner, but I loved it so much with the rosemary for Christmas breakfast. I was like, you know what, we're gonna do this again for New Year's Eve. Here's another plant right here too of the lavender. See? The flowers are a little smaller. They're looking a little bit more tired, but still, it smells really good. You can just rub the leaves actually, and oh my gosh, oh, it smells so good. This is one of my favorite areas for a lot of reasons, but the rosemary is great. Like I said, you can cook with it. You can also use it as a garnish. And like I said, I used mine as an accent for my place settings for Christmas breakfast. And the smell even off the table was so good. And rosemary is really good for brain health, it's good for eye health, it's antibacterial, antimicrobial, so a lot of benefits there with the rosemary, and it's good for the blood. The lavender, I absolutely love. I've actually made lavender lemonade before, which is amazing. And I've also used the lavender and placed it in the bathtub and just steeped that in there, and that's really fun too. Or just done some clippings and then put those in a really small vase that can add a fragrant element to, say, the dining table. Lavender, by the way, is great for the skin, and it's so good for stress. I love lavender, and I think that's why I always keep a big bottle of lavender essential oil to add to the tub or to add to a diffuser. My fingers smell like lavender and rosemary, which is a great combo, by the way. So sometimes I'll just pick some of both and then put that into a little, like a little muslin bag, and then steep that in a bathtub and then just let it infuse that way. So it just lingers. It's so nice. It's so relaxing. That being said, let's stop, take a moment, and smell the roses. Come on. And here we are stopping to smell the roses, and there are a variety of roses here, and I love roses. I never really thought of myself as a flower person, but lavender and roses I just absolutely love. Look at this. Hello. pretty. Oh my gosh. I just love the colors. And if you could just get up close, oh my gosh, it's like, the smell is just intoxicating. I just look at that. And really, I just thought my landscape company did a great job with these. I told them that I really love like the oranges and the corals, but I'm loving the variety. Oh my gosh, this one smells so amazing. It's got like a really perfumey smell. It's incredible. And the color is so vibrant, which I think is so me. But anyway, and then over here, we've got these guys. They're looking a little droopy, but they're still pretty. So we've got like this. Smell. And I'm not even a pink person really, to be honest with you, but I absolutely love the smell of these. Now, so variety of roses. Obviously, some of these are looking a little droopy, but fear not, I have a plan. So what I tend to do with the roses is I will, it's tricky because it's not like buying them at the store. I mean, if you could see here, like you can see the thorns like right here, and those things hurt. I am not kidding. They hurt. So I have to put my gloves on if I even want to come near and touch these like this or grab them, and figure out a way to kind of, you know, de-thorn them so that I could even potentially use them, say, on the table. Like I'd have to pull these off, but they're very sticky and it hurts. For the roses, I love to clip them and place them in a small vase on the table, like really close together. And I like my stuff more monochromatic. So I'll usually kind of pick one color way or color scheme, and then I don't like it to be too all over the place. And then just visually, that kind of bothers me. Roses have antioxidants. They're really good for the skin, and they're so pretty to look at. So what I like to do is I like to clip them and maybe put them in a small vase, but like have them really compact inside the vase. And I also like to take the petals, especially of the droopy ones. Like there's some over here that are kind of looking a little tired. They were really great, like when they opened up and everything, it was amazing. But they were looking a little tired now. But I can take those petals and I can either run a bath and then sprinkle the petals across the bath and soak in the tub that way, or stuff them into a muslin bag that has a drawstring, and then steep the bag in the tub, and then let the rose infuse into the water that way, infuse the water with rose that way, or use them as a garnish, say on a plate, like say a dessert plate or something. There's so many possibilities. I'm sure you probably can think of some other ones, but it's so nice. Like I love to look at the, you know, when you see the spa photos and they've got like the tub, the spa bath, and they show, you know, someone just relaxing with like these petals of roses all over the place and the bubbles and all that. And I just love the fact that I can literally just come outside and pick those petals or pick the roses and recreate that experience right at home. It's kind of nice, especially around Valentine's Day when the retailers jack up the prices of roses. It's really nice to be able to just pick your own. Let's go back and take a look at some more herbs. Here we are at the lemongrass and lemon balm area. So this is kind of cool. And I don't know if you like Thai food or if you like lemongrass. It's kind of neat because I have a neighbor who likes to cook with lemongrass, so I've given him some, and I've put some in some Thai food. I think I made like a soup once, and I came out here and picked some lemongrass and put it in there. I've also taken the lemongrass and lemon balm. You can actually make a tea with the lemon balm. My landscape maintenance guy, he likes to use lemongrass for a tea that he makes, and some people use these for like body care products. I will put them again in a muslin bag and steep them in the tub and use them that way, but also combine them with some of the other herbs, like maybe the rosemary or something like that. And that can make for a nice kind of herbal bath experience. And The lemongrass specifically is good for your stomach, like if you've got stomach issues. It's also good for the skin, and it's great in cooking, as I mentioned. And the lemon balm is really good for reducing anxiety. It's helpful in terms of digestion, and it has a kind of a calming effect. So those are what I use these things for. Everything has a purpose. I used to have a lot of ornamental landscaping, and I made the decision during the pandemic to get rid of a lot of the just ornamental stuff and to replace it with things that could be used or eaten. Actually just replace it with a lot of edible things like this that served a purpose. So really grateful to have these, and specifically I chose things that had a specific purpose that could help with like digestion or help with gut issues or help with having a calming effect, and or that were maybe more pampering, like say the roses. Like that's kind of an indulgence too. In addition to having some very real health and wellness benefits, it's pampering, and there's something luxurious about that. Anyway, the fountain's working again for those of you who have missed it. My husband finally was able to get it repaired, so we have the water feature back, and it's nice to just sit and listen to the soothing sound of water. I love water, and I birthed both of my children in jacuzzi tubs, and I just have always been drawn to water, and it's very nice to just listen to that sound. But anyway, very relaxing, very calming, and I know some of you have commented on that on some of my other videos, so I look forward to doing some more videos out here by the fountain now that we've gotten that taken care of. But anyway, as far as the lemongrass and lemon balm are concerned, happy to have those, and just different from the lavender and rosemary. It's nice to have variety, and sometimes I'll combine things, which is nice too. And the lemongrass and lemon balm have kind of a fresh smell that reminds me of spring. You know, it just has that kind of effect. But I love the lemongrass in Thai cooking, Thai dishes, and the lemon balm I've used it, say, for herbal baths, and I've enjoyed that too, although I know that you can do a tea as well. So that might be something to try next. I'm always looking for different ways to enjoy the herbs and the flowers and things in the gardens. And we're back at the pergola where I filmed a lot of videos, and the pergola is covered in passion fruit vines. So this has been really fun because, well, you won't see it now, but the passion fruit vines produce these amazing flowers that I think I've shown you before. After the flowers go away, close and go away, there are the fruits that come out, and I got a lot of passion fruit last year. In one of my shorts, I showed you what you could do with passion fruit and what's so great about passion fruit, or what's so smart about it. I used it as a topping on other fruits like melon and things, and I also blended it into smoothies, and it was just delicious. So, and I had a lot of them. They were just falling off, and they were amazing. And passion fruit is loaded with antioxidants, and it's great for the skin, and it's got kind of a little bit of a tart taste to it, but I used it in smoothies, blended it that way, and also used it as like a topping on other things, like other fruits like melons and things like that, and I thought it was delicious. And I'm so excited for the upcoming season and to be able to see those pretty flowers again, and to be able to harvest and enjoy more passion fruit. Passion fruit also contains fiber, and it has vitamins A and C, so yet another way to enjoy it. And even if you can't grow passion fruit like this, you can still find it like in your local store. A lot of times I've gone in the frozen section, say at Costco or some other stores, where you can get frozen passion fruit that you can then add to things. You can blend into smoothies. You can add to even to water. If you wanted to make kind of like an infused water, say if it's a struggle for you to drink, like, you know, couple liters of water a day. That could be a fun way to infuse some flavor into the water naturally and be able to enjoy that, but also enjoy some of the benefits that the passion fruit has to offer. So let's go take a look at some citrus and then we'll wrap it up. Here is a lime tree, I believe, and then in between, I forgot about this, but I have a mango tree that actually did produce a couple of mangoes last year. My daughter ate both of them. And then this is a lemon tree. So that's my kind of citrus mango section. I also have a papaya plant. It is very, very small, and I don't know if it's gonna make it or not. It's back here in the background. I don't know if you can see, like back there. Fingers crossed, I'm hoping that it can make a comeback in the spring, but if it can't, then we'll just have to replace it. I love papaya, but anyway, we have these guys. I really wanted to have plants with a purpose, and specifically with health and wellness benefits that we could enjoy in our yard. So I feel like I've accomplished that, and it's definitely a labor of love, and it takes time and effort and maintenance, but I just think it's so worth it. So obviously with the citrus, I love squeezing lemon and lime into my water to kind of help with detoxification, to flush out. Obviously there's a lot of vitamin C there. And also with the mango, mango has a lot of vitamin A, and it's delicious. We love to blend mango into smoothies or just eat it by itself. I love to cut it up and just kind of cut it into little cubes and just eat it that way. It's absolutely wonderful. And obviously, this is not for everybody. I realize, I mean, sometimes even I kind of get stumped and have to ask for a lifeline in terms of the maintenance and upkeep of the garden areas. But overall, I've been doing this since maybe 2013, and it's kind of a science experiment in some ways, but it's very relaxing. And that's one thing I wanted to share with you as well, is that even if you just have like a pot in your window, even having some herbs in the pot that you can cultivate, that can be a really encouraging experience, just to nurture that life, but also to reap the benefits of whatever the plant is. And I just want to encourage you from a health wellness standpoint, because we talk a lot about the narcissist and what they're doing or not doing and how they're acting and this and that. But I really want to encourage you, especially going into the new year, to look for ways to take care of your health and well-being. I wanted to be able to encourage you and inspire you and share with you some of the things that I use, that I consume, that are more beneficial to my health and well-being after narcissistic abuse, and that have helped me on my healing journey and recovery from this type of insidious behavior. So hopefully that helps. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite part of the garden tour was. And also, if you'd like to see more content from the garden and more health and wellness tips going into the new year. Wherever you are, however you're celebrating, whoever you're celebrating with, I wish you a very happy new year. Please stay safe. Please take care of your health and well-being. And I really look forward to seeing you in 2023. I have so much more in store, and I am so grateful for you. If you have subscribed, if you have commented, if you've shared my content, I appreciate you so much. I look forward to the new year, helping so many more of you identify, navigate, and heal after narcissistic abuse. You're not alone, and you're not crazy. Know who you're dealing with, know who you are. Take care, have a safe, happy, healthy new year, and I'll talk to you soon in 2023. Bye-bye.